We are back looking at making progress on our Dynamo HS-1 dedicated Street Fighter 2 cab, and we are thinking about the control panel. So I mentioned in my original HS-1 video that I was primarily looking to buy an original HS-1 control panel and keep this thing all original. I've been completely unsuccessful in that, so I bit the bullet and bought this reproduction from a seller on eBay. Now initially I looked over this thing and I thought, pretty nice job. What's the deal? Why haven't you fitted this control panel? Parts have three important characteristics to them: fit, form and function. To me, a true reproduction part is going to meet all three of those criteria as closely as possible to the original. So how did we do? Form is where this thing's letting itself down. It comes down to attention to detail and ultimate quality of this product. In particular, it's the job that was done on these corners. I can see daylight.
You lose!
That is not cool. We should not have a gap like that. And just to really highlight what I'm talking about here, this is my cab. This is an original control panel. There is no gap in the front corner. This is finished so that it is a nice sharp edge. Obviously it's a little bit worn, but this is the sort of finish that I'm looking for with my 6-button configuration. Also, this is spot welded in to the main frame. As you can see, it was welded in on the wonk. So of course I did reach out to the seller and just explained, as far as a true reproduction goes, is a good effort but doesn't really tick all the boxes for me. And since they've gone silent, I've reached out to them a couple more times. They haven't responded at all, and so I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm about to throw this in the truck and we are going to head up to a fabrication house and I'm going to talk them through what needs done and get it to a stage where I'm happy to fit this to my cabinet and really say that this is a reproduction panel. Ta-da! Just back from the fabricators. They've basically just welded in all the way in the seam here from the front and then dressed all this back to give a nice sharp corner. Obviously the heat from the welding has affected the powder coating here. I knew that was going to happen, but what I'm going to do is continue to dress this back a little bit further myself just to really finish this off using my oscillating tool with a sanding attachment on the front. 120 grit so that it actually makes a dent in the metal. The fabricators have done a great job welding this back. The other side looks even better in my opinion. Very nice and sharp. So now we need to get this across to the powder coaters. And there it is, the finished article. Reproduction control panel, check. I think you'll agree that that looks infinitely better than what it did before. And I believe we have Columbo's seal of approval also.
You win! Perfect!